Have you ever dreamed of sailing off into the sunset on a beautiful cruise, but then a little voice in your head whispers, "But what if the ship sinks?" Yup, you're not alone. It's one of the most common cruise fears out there. And let's be honest, we all know exactly who to blame. Titanic, Hollywood, and a few sensational news stories over the years. But here's the truth. That fear is wildly outdated because today's cruise ships, they're not only incredibly safe, they're engineering marvels designed to withstand even the most extreme conditions. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why cruise ships don't sink, and even better, why you should absolutely go on one. Let's get into it. When people think of sinking ships, their minds almost always jump to one name: Titanic. It was a heartbreaking tragedy that happened in 1912, and it made a lasting impression on the world, understandably. But here's what we have to remember. That was over 110 years ago. Technology, design, and safety standards have completely transformed since then. Think about it like this. Comparing the Titanic to a modern cruise ship is like comparing a wooden bicycle to a Tesla. Sure, they both get you from point A to point B, but the differences in safety, engineering, and capability? Unbelievably massive. So now that we've addressed the iceberg in the room, let's look at what makes cruise ships so incredibly safe today. Today's cruise ships are designed with one thing above all else in mind: safety. These floating cities are built to survive harsh conditions and to keep passengers protected no matter what. Let's break it down. Modern cruise ships are built with double hulls. That means there's not just one layer of thick steel protecting the ship's interior, there's two. This design adds an extra buffer against potential damage, like hitting debris or scraping against rocks. If the outer hull is compromised, the inner hull remains sealed and intact, preventing flooding. Watertight compartments. Inside the ship, there are watertight compartments, sealed sections that can be closed off individually. If one section takes on water, the others remain completely dry. It's like having 10 independent flotation chambers inside the ship. Even if several are breached, the ship can still remain stable and afloat. This concept alone has revolutionized ship safety. Stabilizers. Cruise ships also come equipped with powerful underwater stabilizers, large fin-like devices that automatically adjust to counterwave motion. What does that mean for you? A much smoother, more comfortable ride and far less risk of seasickness or swaying. It's almost like you're gliding across glass. Things about cruise ship design is redundancy. In other words, having backups for everything important. Let's say one engine has a problem, no big deal. There's another engine ready to take over. Same goes for power systems, steering, navigation, communications, even wastewater treatment. Everything critical on board is duplicated or triplicated, and these systems are monitored constantly. If something goes wrong, a backup automatically kicks in without you even knowing. It's like flying on a plane with 10 engines, but only needing 2. Safety protocols and training. But safety isn't just about the ship itself. It's also about the people running it and the rules they follow. SOLAS, the global safety standard. Every cruise ship is required to follow an international agreement called SOLAS, or Safety of Life at Sea. This is not a set of casual guidelines. It's a strict, detailed rulebook that governs everything from ship construction, fire protection, evacuation drills, navigation standards, emergency procedures. It's designed to make sure that even in worst-case scenarios, everyone on board is protected. Lifeboats and emergency systems. Unlike the Titanic, every cruise ship today has more than enough lifeboats and life rafts for every person on board, plus extras. They're regularly inspected, tested, and ready for immediate use. You'll even do a safety drill at the start of your cruise, just so you know exactly where to go and what to do in an emergency. Trained crew. Every crew member, from the captain to the cabin steward, is trained extensively in emergency response, firefighting, first aid, and evacuation procedures. And they don't just train once, they train constantly with real-world drills, inspections, and international certifications. Smart navigation and avoiding trouble. You might be thinking, but what if the ship hits something, like an iceberg? Well, thanks to today's navigation systems, that's extremely unlikely. Cruise ships now use advanced tech like radar and sonar, GPS, real-time weather tracking, depth sensors, 3D mapping. Captains and bridge officers are constantly monitoring the ship's surroundings, including what's below the waterline. If something looks even slightly off, the ship can adjust course instantly. And with constant communication between the ship and shoreside operations, help, guidance, and updates are just a satellite signal away. Let's put all of this into perspective. Every single year, over 30 million people go on cruises around the world. And major accidents? They're extremely rare. In fact, you are statistically far more likely to be injured on your drive to the airport than you are on board a cruise ship. That's how safe these vessels really are. When incidents do make the news, it's precisely because they're so rare, not because they're common. Now that you know cruise ships don't sink, let's talk about the fun part. Why should you go on one? You unpack once and visit multiple countries. Food, entertainment, and accommodations are all included. There's something for everyone. Kids, couples, solo travelers, pools, spas, shows, comedy, nightclubs, excursions. It's all there. And the views? Absolutely unforgettable. A cruise is a floating vacation resort with world-class safety, comfort, and convenience. So, the next time that little voice says, "What if the ship sinks?" you can confidently say, "It won't, and now I know why." Modern cruise ships are built with cutting-edge tech, international safety standards, and expert crews, all working together to protect one thing: you. If this video helped ease your fears or inspired you to finally book that dream cruise, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and hit that subscribe button for more travel tips and myth-busting videos. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy cruising!